Alright, so recently I made a video on the best free builds in Shinobi Striker, but nowadays most of the player base owns a decent amount of DLCs. So today we're gonna be looking at what the best overall builds in the game are now in 2024. The recent balance patches have changed quite a bit, so if you haven't been keeping up with the game lately, some of these choices might surprise you, so stay tuned. Now, without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, let's change it up for once and start off with the range build. For this one, we're gonna be going with Flashlight and Majestic Destroyer Flame as the two base ninjutsu, with Deidara C4 Karura being the ultimate. The weapon here is pretty essential, so choose it if you have the Sasori DLC, as we're going with the third Kazekage puppet as the choice. Finally, the build is finished off with the Crimson Star as the ninja tool and this outfit. I think this is probably the most broken and meta-friendly build of this video. It's genuinely pretty crazy. The third Kazekage puppet is one of the best weapons in the game right now, since not only does it allow you to combo pretty easily, but it also has one of the best strong attacks out there. You can simply spam the strong attack and it's by no means an easy task to close in on you, so you can very easily punish anyone who recklessly tries to get to you. The Crimson Star Ninja tool is almost like another jutsu. It does only have one slug, but it's super worth it if you manage to hit it, as not only does it deal a bunch of damage, but it also stuns the enemy, allowing you to continue your combo further. Flashlight is I think the best close range jutsu range types have. It's pretty easy to hit, it's very fast, has good damage, and allows you to continue your combo since it literally bounces the enemy off the floor. On the other hand, Majestic Destroyer Flame is probably the best range jutsu you have at your disposal as a range type. It once again deals great damage, it's very easy to hit and gives you super armor while using it. Finally, the ultimate might seem like a bit of an odd choice if you haven't been keeping up with the updates, but C4 Karura is one of the best ultimates for range types currently, as the time it takes for it to explode has been significantly slowed down and the range has been increased as well. On top of that, you're going to get it at least probably 2 times during a game, and since it's an instant KO, it can easily give you 3 or 4 extra kills during a match. Overall, when playing with this build, you always feel like you have something to use. Whether it's the jutsu, the weapon, the ninja tool, or the ultimate, there's always something that's in your pocket for when things get rough. There's also no shortage of combos with this build. You can for example hit the enemy with Crimson Star, then use Majestic Destroyer Flame, or use Flashlights followed up by the Crimson Star and then some basic attacks. Just so many options in a single build. I don't think you can do much better with range types, honestly. Alright, next in line is the attack build. For this one, we're gonna be using the Uchiha Shuriken Jutsu Oborugarama paired up with Kawaki's Reverse Scale and Emergency Exit as the sub. And finally choosing Wood Style Wood Golem Jutsu as the ultimate. As the weapon, we're gonna be using the Scientific Ninja Tool Violet Soul, and the ninja tool is going to be the Scientific Ninja Tool Rasengan. Both the weapon and the ninja tool aren't necessary for this build, so if you'd like to use something else, then you're free to do so. Finally, the outfit is going to be increasing both our movement and attack speed. This build's main purpose is to be as fast as possible, both in and outside of combat. Shisui's Shuriken Jutsu is one of the most versatile jutsus in the game in my opinion. It makes you throw down a demon wind shuriken, increasing both your speed and stunning anyone hit by it. Then, after you press the jutsu button again, the shuriken will come back to you and sort of circle around you, once again stunning anyone that gets hit by it. The great thing about this jutsu is that you can call back the shuriken when you're being hit, meaning you can basically use it in a similar way to the substitution jutsu, allowing you to get out of trouble. Not only that, you can use it mid-combo, further stunning your opponent and allowing you to deal more damage. On the other hand, Kawaki's Reverse Scale is very simple to use. It's a 2-stage jutsu. The first makes you charge your opponent with a shield-like arm, dealing damage upon impact. Afterwards, upon further activation, your arm turns into a scythe and you swipe in front of you, dealing more damage. This jutsu is a great way to deal almost guaranteed damage, as if you're close enough to the enemy, it's pretty hard to miss. And most of the time, the first part of the attack will make the enemy fall, so you can just wait and swipe them again with the second part. Finally, the ultimate is the Wood Golem Jutsu, which in my mind is a really underrated ultimate. It first summons a wood golem that smashes the ground twice, dealing damage to anyone in the radius, and afterwards you temporarily equip a wood dragon that gives you super armor and replaces your basic attacks with wood dragon projectiles. This ultimate lasts for 30 seconds, and if you can correctly position yourself for the first part, it's really easy to get multiple kills with it. It also doesn't take at all long to charge up, so sometimes you'll get it even twice in a game. The Rasengan Ninja tool is also great in my opinion. I don't see a lot of people using it, but I think it's actually really decent. It has great tracking, deals really good damage, and even has 2 stocks. I think you can't really go wrong with it. This build is just really fun to play with. It does take a bit of time to correctly use the Shuriken Jutsu, as you need to be patient with it and not just let it come back to you immediately. But once you get used to it, it can be absolutely deadly, and most importantly really cool and fun. Okay, next up let's look at the defense build. For this one, we're gonna be going for Susanoo armor and Gentle Fist Technique Body Blow as the base ninjutsu, Emergency Exit as the sub, and Hidden Jutsu Vast Dark Heavens as the ultimate. The weapon of choice is going to be the Double Moon Sword, and we're gonna be sticking with the Rasengan Ninja tool. Finally, the outfit is going to be helping us with not allowing the enemy to fall down whilst also increasing our defense after long combos. Okay, the core idea of this build is not letting the enemy hit you while you deal damage to them with basic attacks. Susanoo armor is, I think, one of the best defensive jutsus in the game, completely protecting you from close range attacks and certain jutsu as well, whilst not giving you any sort of hindrance. Body Blow, on the other hand, is like another substitution jutsu, allowing you to use it when you're being attacked, negating any negative effects inflicted upon you, whilst also dealing damage to your enemy and knocking them back. I wasn't originally a huge fan of this jutsu, but the fact it has such a low cooldown of only 13 seconds makes it incredibly useful in my opinion. With these two jutsus, your opponents are gonna have a real tough time trying to inflict any damage to you, and in the meantime, you're gonna be trying to deal as much damage to them with basic attacks. And once you catch them with this weapon, it's pretty hard to get out of it, especially with this outfit as well. The best case scenario for you is pushing them against the wall when they're already out of their sub. At that point, they're in for quite the ride. Finally, the ultimate is just a generally good ultimate. It doesn't really provide anything crucial for this build, but it's one of the best ultimates defense types have. It's basically like a slow version of Hashirama's ultimate, and if you can use it in a 4v4 teamfight, you're very likely to get 4 kills. It's that good. Overall, this build is great at keeping you alive while annoying your enemies by the fact of you not dying. You are gonna be relying on your teammates a little bit since you're not gonna be able to deal insane amounts of damage yourself, but that's not anything new for defense types. Alright, let's move on to the last build of this video, that one of course being for heal types. The jutsu we're gonna be going for are the recently buffed Heavenly Foot of Pain and their always reliable 6 paths Chakra Rebirth. The sub for this one is going to be Kaguya's Yamatsu Hirasaka, and finally the ultimate is 6 paths Massive Resent Shuriken. The weapon is the Crimson Spear, but it's not really crucial, so choose what you want, and the ninja tool is of course the Healing Seal. This is just your standard heal type build, mixing some offense with some healing obviously. The choice of Heavenly Foot of Pain might come as a bit of a surprise, as until recently this jutsu wasn't really anything great, but after the most recent patch that is no longer the case. With greatly increased tracking, this jutsu is now much better than ever before, and it has kind of become the perfect AoE jutsu in the game for heal types, as you can easily hit the entire enemy team with this in a close team fight. Rebirth is a heal class staple at this point. It's my personal favorite healing jutsu to use, and you can't really go wrong with it. It heals you and your allies for 20% while also increasing their defense and reviving any recently killed allies within range. It has a short activation time, good range, just a great choice. Finally, the ultimate is another jutsu out of Last Battle's Naruto's arsenal, that being 6 paths Massive Resent Shuriken. This is one of the best instant kill ultimates in the game, and I don't mean only for heal types either. Not only does it fully revive and heal all of your allies, it also replenishes their ninjutsu stocks and basically guarantees you 1 kill. Due to the great tracking on this jutsu and its huge size, it's very hard to dodge. I'm not saying it's impossible, you can sometimes miss it, but it's very rare for that to happen. You can also kill more than one enemy with it. It doesn't happen too often, but it is possible if they are close together. So if you're just looking for a really good heal type build, I think this one has a lot to offer. And that's all of the builds. With every ninjutsu available, there's so many good builds you can potentially make, so I'm not saying any of these are the most optimized for the meta, but I think they're pretty good in my opinion. I tried to include some of the more recently updated jutsu just to make things more interesting, like Deidara's Ultimate or Heavenly Foot of Pain. Anyway, let me know in the comments what your most recent builds have been, I'd love to hear them. And that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe or leave a like, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!